Well, hello everyone. I want to talk to y'all while I'm doing this other load up. I'm trying to get to working. We have technicalities with, internet and they do that stuff. They mess with everything. But I want to tell you something. Y'all keep your faith out there. There's going to be somebody going to push you. And right now they thinking they pushing me that to the point where I would just snap. No, baby, I love my peace of mind. I love who I am. I know that everything is possible because Most High didn't put me here to be tormented, to go into all this. But sometimes you got to learn the lesson, and we get our butt snacked around because you stuck in a situation. See, I used to say, well, doggone everything I touch. But now it was a blessing because now I'm free spirit to say what I like. I get up and speak my mind, and I'm not afraid to, because when you're afraid to go out there and make the first walk outside, people think they got you trapped. See, people hope they can take everything from you, from the bottom of your soul. But the one thing you got to remember, why was I put here? I was put here to learn what I've got to learn the lesson, and use my gifts in a proper way. Now, if I use my gifts in the wrong way and I'm over here just trying to hurt people, doing wrong, then that's not the way you do things. See, I tell everybody you're going through stress because there's someone that always brings the knife to your house. That means when they bring the knife and they bring the food, they always bring the drama. So you got to understand, people love drama like they love like cough medicine. People drink cough medicine allegedly for. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you that's what they do on the street. If they can't get it, they know it's in that cough syrup. That's addictions too. But you gotta understand, allegedly, we live past that stuff. We gotta fight. Sometimes our thinking and circulate. Why are you thinking like this? Why do you think you deserve all this treatment? But sometimes standing up for yourself is hard. And it's going to be people going to drag you down and going to take, you might have all bills call you at one time. But what you got to do is you got to say, Most High, lead me and take the way. Because the wheel is taking me everywhere. And I want to be in the right place at the right time and learn my lessons. But I also don't want to be deceived by people that lead me down this trap. See, there's people that lead you down a trap of, that goodness and that comfort zone. Sometimes we get separated because we need time to ourselves. So you go in hermit mode so you can think. Because a lot of times when you're in a lot of stress, you can't think. See, people thinking they putting you in a trap zone when they think you in this so-called area that traps you. See, but I'm gonna tell you something. People playing in them roots allegedly. If you get the feeling like you trapped and you feel like, man, I can't get out of this situation, I can't go over there, there's always something happening. That's somebody playing them roots on you. So what you got to do is you got to start analyzing the situation allegedly in a positive way, because what they want you to do is, see, a lot of people sacrifice people around this time too, around these full moons. And if you're emotional and you live off of your feelings and you let your emotions, it will get you. So you got to remember, your heart need to be clear, but your heart don't need to be used. There's two different things. When something is being used and mistreated, Most High is not going to keep going on. Sometimes they'll be stripped away from you and you'll think you're cursed. But actually, you're to step up your game and start to be a loving person. Sometimes we hate people that love us truly. We will terrorize the people that is so soft. See, there's men and women out here that play like they're the toughest thing, and really they just a little cat over there. You can just like a little kitty. You can pet them on their shoulder and they bow down. There's people that watch that. They know your weaknesses. They know everything about you. So you have to show them that you don't know everything about me, that I can empower myself to walk a straight line and ain't nobody gonna stop me. See, what happens when people want everybody else to handle your business, you got to handle this with faith. Like, they will put a lot of bills come to you, unexpected bills. You even get evictions. But sometimes that comes with, why is this happening to me? Because change have to happen. Sometimes we don't move from a situation that's not happy. You fussing every day. You don't show gratitude. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my life. I am capable. I am grateful and I am loved. And I know Most High got me here for a greater purpose. And I put all wrongdoings, whatever's done upon me in your hands. Stop carrying the weight of everybody. Because everybody karma's not yours. You be surprised there's people going through karma and then they want to blame it on, well, why I'm going through karma, but they was over there planning that spell work, and you can look all through their house what they getting. They getting the karma that they dealt to somebody else, and then they want your sympathy to come back in, and then so you can do some of that karma. That's something I'm not going to do. I'm not taking your karma. You're going to face your own karma. There's people that will buy into you. I don't even care if it's your own family members or your own kids. You got to let them know. I'm not here to feed you on the tea. I call my TTs forever. In other words, it's time for some mothers got to back up. Fathers got to let your children. See, when you always go to the rescue, your kids don't know. They think they can get a sword and you're going to always band-aid it. But see, you got to let them face that sword, because if you don't let them face it, it's going to get worse. See, I had kids where they try everything. They think that everything is about money. You can get out just as long as you got cash. And people showed them that. But when you ain't got money, what you going to do? Because there's going to come a time where people broke. When you get yourself in some chaos, you want everybody to save you, but the only one can save you is yourself. And you may have to sit there in that cell because of the things that you have done to others. And look at what the karma that you pay. See, we all pay karma. You can tell with karma when everybody got destruction in their life and all going through this pain. It ain't because you got a sword. Oh, and some people put magic on you because they sacrificed their own. You may have some people are sacrificing their own spouses, their own loved ones, and you weak. You got to strengthen yourself, man. If a person took everything from you and you was hot-headed, they waiting on you to make a move. If you've been an ex-con, they waiting on you to do something stupid because they know your past. Don't let your past get you locked up in the bars, because that's what's going to happen. Common sense got to set in. Sometimes we want everybody to listen, but they're not ready to listen because you didn't listen to them at the time when they wanted you to listen. So now they're sticking it to you real hard. So now you won't have to go in there and you're going to have to pray as a man or a woman and take that like a grain of salt. Say, I will face with Most High. I'm going to face what I got to face. I'm not running no more. Because running don't do nothing. I learned when I run, it just makes for later. But Most High will fix everything in my shoulders, because I am trying to correct my wrongs. I am apologizing to what I've done. Even my children, I apologize to them publicly. If you didn't like the way you was raised, I didn't know. Only what I was taught, and that's what I did. And I was literally had magic on me, thrown everywhere. You don't know how you're acting when magic's on you, allegedly. You will do things and people will say you in the mental hospital. They'll lock you up for just speaking your mind. You have to strengthen your whole heart and start looking at things and shut up. My biggest advice I learned, shut up. Shut up don't mean go in the corner and don't defend yourself. Shut up means start listening and learning how to get out of a situation. See, you got to look at things when you tell everybody your plans. You just told everybody how to put yourself in that hole. See, I had a problem with that. But, when I tell you what's up, I'm just going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell the story, and I'm going to let everybody see your true self. Because who you're telling to other people is not who you're telling to me. See, people can lie to other people, but eventually their character will show up, who's the truth and who not. And if you can't take those lies and that deception, you always want to battle, then you ain't learned nothing what Most High told you. Sit and observe and just be quiet and let your guides, your angels, your ancestors, karma is coming. Don't worry about it. They're going to get karma for it. The problem with you got to believe that Most High handle business. Most High don't play with none of us. Even when I make a mistake, you going to own up to that. Because down the road, it's going to face you anyway. And what's done is done. You can't change it. But what you can do, you can save other lives from your F up, can be somebody's saver. You can save somebody. Remember that.